Hi, I'm Candace, a life coach on myspocklife.com. Today, I am here to encourage mothers, especially single mothers, to know who you are as a woman and as an individual, and to follow after those pursuits. So many times when women become mothers, we lose ourselves in taking care of our children, in taking care of our home, that we forget who we are and what we want to do. This saddens me because I see so many women who, when their children are older and have interest and have friends and things that they want to do, they feel left behind, they feel lost because they can no longer derive their identity from their children. We are not our children's mom alone. Before we had children, who were we? A lot of women, even men, but a lot of women lose their identity or form their identity from their children and what their children do. And I want us to remember who we are or find out who we are. I think about my mom. My mom is a very dynamic woman. But when I was younger, because of the religious community she was a part of, felt like women's place was in the home. That's what she did. But because she was always present in our lives, we took her presence for granted. I cannot remember my mom being around and doing special things because I was doing something else. The time that she took to invest in us was also my time to learn more about my world outside, in books, with my playmates. My mom was not so much a part of that, even though she was. Another friend with whom I've had this conversation also had a mom who stayed at home, and her mother as well fades to the background of her mind. She can't really remember much about the special things her mom stayed at home to do. I read a post recently about a young lady who recently went back to school because as she had her son, who is now 2 years old, she realized she didn't know what she was going to do and wanted to be. And so that's why she had her son. And that's why she spent so many years hiding behind him, saying he needs me for this, he needs me for that. When in actuality, she just didn't want to step out and find out who she really was. Let's break this cycle. As a single mother myself, I see that the more I do for my child, the more she treats me as someone who is not necessary. The less I do for my child, and the more I encourage her to do for herself, the more she appreciates my presence. I want you to try it out. Try it as an experiment for the next 7 days. Do less for your children. Expect more of them and see how they treat you better. When we feel as if we are indispensable to our family, to our children, they may rely on us, but they won't rely on us in a way that we will feel honored. they'll rely on us in a way that we feel put out, that we feel taken advantage of, and that we feel like they really don't care for what we're doing for them. And it's true. So, try to spend more time with things that you enjoy and that you find to be beneficial. You can call it self-care if you like. It is vital and it is important. It is vital for us to do things that we love as human beings, as women. It will change your life. Over on myspocklife.com, I coach and teach women to discover more about themselves using minimalist principles. Stop by and see what we have going on. On the blog, I talk about our minimalist world traveling life as single parents. There are articles there for your advancement to help you in your journey. I want to keep this conversation going about the importance that we as women must do more for ourselves, our innermost being, to discover who we are. What are you doing to keep yourself intact? Kind of like self-preservation. What are you doing as you raise your children? Leave me a comment. Send me a message. I want to know. Thank you for watching, and join me again as we talk about more things that can help us on our journey as a single parent.